Hello Gemini, Elsie here to do a reading for you. It is for the rest of the year, Gemini, the next 6 months. So this is a reading that is going to be for the future. So some of this could resonate as things that may show up for you next month, but for the rest of it, it's all predictions for the future, Gemini. Happy birthday, friends. Thank you for this beautiful season that you offered us. If you are someone who is a Cancer Gemini cusp, happy birthday to you. And if I've missed your birthday at all through the season, happy birthday to you. I hope it was wonderful. So we got a couple of decks here that we're going to be using. We have Tarot of Dreams, and we do have the Wild Reflections Tarot. We're going to use both of those. We're going to look at it this monthly here, give you some advice. There will be an extension. These readings get a little long, so I've been going into the extension with all of them. If you are a member of my membership, you will have free access to those. Well, not free, but you know, when you sign up, you have access to those extended reads for all of the signs. Let's find out what's going on for you, Gemini. If you've come back because that's what you do here and you're part of my tribe, thank you for doing that. If you're brand new, this is a reading that I haven't done before, but I usually do read for the month ahead for all of the signs as well as weekly. Those weeklies will be coming up. All right, one last read for you, Gemini. In your season, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Tell me about Gemini. We've got July, August, September, October, November, December, and then we've got some advice or what's going to be coming up further to that. Give me a second here. All right, we'll leave that there. And let's find out what we've got here. So it feels like coming up in July that you come into July with this energy of being kind of trapped in the mind. It feels like there is some energy here of overthinking, I feel, in the month of July. Feels like that's the energy that you bring in. So for those of you, and like I said, this is a general reading, keep that in mind. But for those of you who are ending this month of June with this overthinking or not being able to make a decision or feeling trapped in the mind by something that's occupying the mind, this could be your energy going into July. Tell me about July for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Two of Wands, and we have the Death card. Okay, so it feels like in the month of July, it feels as though there is possibly some sort of opportunity for expansion or growth or better health, maybe getting on a better health plan. It feels like somebody here is making some decisions. We've got the Two of Wands next to the Queen of Pentacles. And so I feel like, Gemini, that you might be considering a health journey. The Two of Wands is careful planning, and the careful planning that goes on is because you're at the crossroads of your life. It's time to do something different than you ever did so you can get a different result. And so it feels like there is transformation here. And with the Queen of Pentacles here, the Queen of Pentacles could mean that you're transforming your finances. You've got a better plan for saving money. The Queen of Pentacles is also the one who multiplies everything. So it could very well mean that you have a plan to multiply your financial status, your stability. The Queen of Pentacles is also one who is always in good health or taking care of their health. Somebody who plants gardens and harvests the gardens and eats their wares. And so I feel like there could be many different things for many different people here. For some of you, it feels like a plan going in to July. Maybe this is the next 6 months is when you want to get the rest of the weight off, or you want to bulk up and get to hit the gym, or maybe your cardio needs work. But it feels like it could be money as well. For somebody here, it could be you're looking for that promotion or that raise. I want to say with the Death card here, something is changing. There is transformation, and I feel like you need a plan because it feels like things have been sort of in the month of July, like they're sort of, I'm looking at this here, the Death card, you can see that person standing there, and it feels like almost like there's trouble brewing, like the horses are going crazy, right? You can see they're running all over the place. Horses usually get a little bit cantankerous when there is a swing in the weather. You can usually count on animals to let you know even before, especially horses, because they're very psychic, quite psychic. But I feel like here that you've got a feeling that you know that something is going to end or something is about to transform. And I feel like it's deliberate. It does feel like you're going to be putting energy into it. You're making a solid plan with the Queen of Pentacles being here. And it's time for you to take action to leave the crossroads of your life here. But it feels like something is going to have to end. And it might be the way you're eating, the way you're saving money, the way you're spending money. It might be that you're selling your house and downsizing. It could be that. Tell me about the Page of Swords. We are looking at August energy here. The Page of Swords seems like a month of learning. We've got the Fool. Well, there we go. It does feel like after doing some digging or getting more information or educating yourself a little bit more on whatever you have got going in July, it feels like you do take the leap of faith. It's time for you to just take the leap and do it. But this is an exciting time for you, I feel, because I feel like up till now, it's taken you a while to figure out what your actual goals are. Look, anybody who goes to the gym knows everybody in that gym has a different, usually has a different goal or different place that they want to end up. Some are there because they want to bulk up. Some are there because they just want to be able to build muscle and so they can burn more fat. And some people, you know, people that are older might be there to gain stability, gain muscle, and help their bones. Like it feels like there's, it feels like you finally decide in August what your goal actually is. And I feel like you're excited to take a leap into that. It does feel like it is for some of you health related, but it also could be the energy of healing. So maybe you have decided that you are going to meditate more, or you are going to finally go to the doctor and get that thing fixed. It feels like it feels like it's healing or bringing balance. It's a moment of alchemy. So it's like a shift in your energy that's like, okay, finally, it's time to get this thing done. I feel like you're making some sort of a decision after creating a plan in the month of July. The month of August seems to be the month where you do a lot of investigation. There's so much information out there for us to be able to get to our goals. And it's up to you to sort of dig for that information. And I think that's why the Page of Swords is here. But it feels like you will be taking the leap into whatever it is that you've been thinking about, planning. You know, we've got the Knight of Pentacles here. It feels like this is something you've been thinking about for 6 months or a year. It feels like this is, you've been sort of mapping your way, right? Through the information that you're getting, you've been mapping your way to your goal. And I think now with the moment of alchemy here with Temperance, it's time for you to execute the plan so you can meet your goal here. I feel like you do meet your goal, or you're really, really on track in the month of September. It feels like with the Nine of Pentacles, you're feeling better about yourself. You're feeling better about having saved the money, stop overspending, that you executed the plan, that it feels like you've been following the plan now for probably 60 days. And that's really around the mark where you really start to see that things are changing in your body, changing in the way you think, changing in your health, possibly changing in your financial situation, because the Nine of Pentacles is about building something on your own. And so whether that's your self-confidence or your muscles or money, energy, right? Whatever it is, it feels like the Nine of Pentacles tells me that you begin to see the returns on whatever it is that you are planning or deciding to go forward with in the month of July. I feel like this overall is a very healing month of you bringing forward clarity or getting clarity on what your goals are and what you're wanting to manifest. I feel like you start with, say, maybe a broad manifestation, like I'd like to be in better health. But then all of a sudden you start to get clarity. You start to reassess, right? We've got Pentacles here. You start to assess, to reassess, to get more information. It feels like you are sort of then finding your niche, whatever it is. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles here. What are you confident about? We've got the Knight of Swords. We've got the Six of Wands. And we've got the High Priestess. You know what? I feel like in the month of September, it feels like you thought it was going to take a lot longer to start to see results of your hard work. And I feel like your hard work comes with the Knight of Pentacles, really going over things slowly and accurately and practically, and getting a plan and setting a goal. And the Page of Swords is here to help you learn about whatever it is, but the Knight of Swords shows up in September. And so I feel like you're like, wow, I've already burned 60 days and I can't believe I'm already starting to see the results of the things that I have been working on really hard here. We do have the Six of Wands. I feel like it starts to get you attention. So if you are glowing up on the outside, maybe you did a whole head to toe makeover, maybe you colored your hair something crazy and bought a whole new wardrobe. I don't know what it is, but it feels like a brand new you. You're getting attention. You're starting to be noticed, but I also feel like this is almost like it feels like you didn't think that you'd start to see or feel very confident so soon, or didn't think that you would start to see the money accumulating that you've been saving, because here you're cutting things out, right? You're ending things. So it does feel like something sort of takes you a little bit by surprise with the Knight of Swords, but it's a realization, I feel, with the Six of Wands, that you're getting attention now. You're getting attention, but the Six of Wands is also, sort of like you've placed in the distance in July, you've placed this sort of invisible finish line. And I want to say that the Six of Wands is telling me that you're about to get over that finish line, or maybe you meet your first goal, your first mini goal. We've got the High Priestess energy, and I feel like somebody here is not only taking care of their health. Maybe it's not physical health for you, maybe it's spiritual health. It does feel like you begin to trust your intuition more, because I feel like whatever it is, I don't feel like you're going to a personal trainer. I don't to get your health goals. I don't think you're going to the doctor. I don't think that you're enlisting a professional. I feel like you're doing all the groundwork yourself. I feel like you're really trusting your intuition, and you're finding the information that you need by reading medical journals or reading whatever it is that is getting you, or maybe they're financial journals, but it feels like you are starting to trust your intuition, or it's like, I knew it. I knew I could do this. It feels like you're coming out of some really sort of tough cycle, and this feels like the knuckling down process. It's like, I've really got to knuckle down and keep the promises to myself that I made back there. So we do have the Eight of Cups showing up in October. Tell me why the Eight of Cups is here. We do have the Six of Pentacles, we have the Chariot, and we have the Ten of Cups. So I feel like you detach from the outcome, is what it feels like. And when you detach from the outcome, Gemini, things begin to show up. I feel like things begin to move quicker, but smoother, I want to say. The Chariot and the Ten of Cups are giving me the energy of things are moving right along in a very smooth, happy way. It feels like you begin to become more social, or people start to say to you, how did you do that? Because the Six of Pentacles is here. It's like people aren't giving you a whole bunch of energy, but they're asking for you to give them energy. So it feels like people are like, I don't want to comment on how you look, but gosh, you look great. Could you tell me what you've done? It feels like that you have, I feel like you stop looking at the goal. You just detach from the goal or from the outcome, and what you don't notice is that you're moving so quickly through your goals that you're not even keeping track of them anymore. That just one thing that feels good leads to the next thing that feels good. It does feel like the Eight of Cups is, I'm just going to dump whatever doesn't mean anything to me anymore. I'm just going to leave behind whatever doesn't mean anything to me anymore. And it feels like that pushes you forward into happiness. It feels like it's not only physical, mental, financial that you are growing. It could be one of those things for you. It doesn't have to be all of them, no pressure. But it feels like you are leaving behind not only the things that you didn't need in your diet, in your financial diet, but it feels like you are headed really quickly into a very balanced emotional state, because you've also decided to leave behind people who had been breadcrumbing you, people who weren't really helping you, people who weren't really giving you as much as you were giving them. Let's talk about November. Look, if you've been saving money by November, I think everything's looking really great financially here. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. We've got the Devil energy, we've got the Page of Wands, and we've got the Three of Swords. And of course, we need to acknowledge that the King of Pentacles is here, and so is the Queen. So for some of you, if you're single and you're looking to meet people, you could be meeting someone in the next 6 months. Somebody who I feel is solid, grounded, moves quite slowly, someone who might be a little bit stubborn in their ways or very scheduled, someone who doesn't really like to veer off the path. It feels like somebody who's really got some really good either financial or material world goals, 3D world goals. So the King of Pentacles is here. I want to say that the King of Pentacles and the Page of Wands with the Three of Swords is giving me this energy of, I wish I could share this beautiful goal with somebody specifically. It feels like you're missing somebody here, somebody that you're still attached to, somebody who I feel that you would usually share these goals with. So it could be a best friend or a member of the family, or it could be somebody you used to date. But it feels like you have all of this success. And the King of Coins, understand, has the Midas touch, right? Which is everything that you touch turns to gold. So I feel like, it tells me by November, work is going good. You've got the financial thing down, because the King of Pentacles always shows up when things settle, right? When you're ready to settle down. But it feels like with the Three of Swords and the Page of Wands that there is somebody here specifically. They could be a Capricorn, maybe a Sagittarius, possibly an Aquarius, a Libra, or Gemini. Somebody who I feel you're missing, that you wish you could share these goals with. Because I feel like things are going really good in your life by November, but no matter who gives you the kudos, I feel like there's one specific person you're missing. And I don't know why they're missing from your life. It could be that you no longer speak with them. It could be that they've gone to the other side. But there is someone all of these goals are great, but I wish I could just share it with that one person. Tell me about December, the King of Cups, please. Tell me about December. We have the Three of Cups, we have the Empress, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like all of your hard work is bringing you into union or reunion or celebratory union with the Empress is what it feels like here. The King of Cups tells me that not only in this journey over the last 6 months here, not only have you learned about how to keep your finances in order, you've got your health in order, I feel like work is going really great. It feels like you keep making gains each month that comes by. You're on point with your intuition. And I feel like this King of Cups is telling me that you've also raised yourself emotionally. Your emotional quotient has raised itself, and I feel like you become emotionally aware or emotionally intelligent, which means that you no longer allow the little things to set you off. You don't let anybody take you out of your character, that you are now sort of calm all the way underneath, and you have learned how to be calm in a storm, which is kind of good, because I feel like there is a social event that might be coming up in December. And I mean, December's full of social events, but it feels like there's going to be somebody here. For some of you, it could be someone from the past, but the Three of Cups doesn't necessarily tell me it's a past person. It feels like everything that you've been working for, because the Seven of Pentacles is like, putting a lot of hard work into something and feeling like nothing's paying off. I feel like you haven't been noticing that you've been changing so much, but I feel like there is going to be someone here who's really going to notice how much you've changed and the hard work that you've put in. And when I say that, it makes me feel like someone knew who you were before the end of December. For some of you, it could be a person you're reuniting with, but I feel like for those of you who don't know this Empress, whether they're feminine or masculine, it feels like this is somebody that you meet at a social event. So it feels like all of your hard work is about to pay off, and things, it feels like you are going to meet someone new at the social event. Bottom of the deck here, we have the Two of Pentacles. It feels like life begins to get busier. As I was saying here, it starts here with you making a plan, deciding what you want to do moving forward into the next 6 months. And from here, you start leveling up each month until we get to December. For some of you, this Empress standing here means that you have actually raised your vibration by just focusing on your Pentacle world. Pentacle world is you, yourself, your money, your home, your house, your job. It feels like you have, for the next 6 months, your passion project is going to be you. And I feel like you might be leveling up into the Empress energy. Now, to be the Empress, it doesn't just that you're Libra and Taurus. That's not what it means. the Empress has a lot of wisdom. So whether you're feminine or masculine, it feels like this 6-month journey has brought you to a place of wisdom. And so not only are you sturdy and stable and your money is good and you're kind and compassionate and psychic and listening to your intuition and all of that stuff that is the Empress, that you are now you're sort of someone that everybody takes notice of. I'm going to say, when an Empress walks in the room, if you're acquainted with who the Empress really is, you know when the Empress is in the room. So I feel like you could be the one, after your hard work, that goes out into, now you have the confidence to go into a social situation because the King of Cups is here. Feminine or masculine, you've got it down, right? You're no longer walking into a room saying, I wonder who likes me here. You're walking into a room saying, do I even like anybody here? You're the calm in the storm, right? In the midst of all these people, you're the one who is in the calm. So I feel like life starts to get very busy. It does feel like your confidence is showing up in this Empress energy. For some of you, it's not a person that's external to you. For some of you, this is you leveling up into the Empress energy. We're going to go into the extended and we're going to talk about the advice. We're going to talk about, I feel like because the King and the Queen are here and we do have the Empress here, for some of you, not all of you, this is going to be a romantic connection that you make. Possibly you might come across this person midway through the next 6 months, but I feel like you might meet somebody here, and we can talk about that as well. We do have the 3 of Coins, we have the 5 of Swords, and we have the 8 of Wands. It does feel like here that it's time for you to stop holding yourself back from entering new networks or new communities of people, or into places where you can be finding new friends, or maybe a friend will take you into a group of people, a social group, and you'll meet a friend of a friend. That could be who the Empress is. But it feels like you've got to stop fighting the 3 of Pentacles. You have to stop fighting your growth. It's time for you to use the 8 of Wands in a wise way, and that is allow things to take off. Go have some fun. Sagittarius energy. Go have some fun. It's time for you to stop being so damn serious here. We have this Aquarius energy and Capricorn energy. You can take your eye off the prize for a moment in order to be able to have a little bit of fun and move life forward here, because I feel like things are going to get really busy for you because there's a lot of opportunities showing up for you, but it feels like this Empress could be something that that this person might be someone that you've been manifesting, and that might be why the star is here. So we're going to go into the extended. If you would like to be there with us, please go ahead and take a look at the pinned comment that is at the top of all of the comments. It's right under the video, and there is a link there if you would like to come to the membership area. That's where all of the extensions are, and become part of the membership. If you're interested in a private read, please know that I do offer a 3-month read that is tailored to your energy, of course, and I do read for you monthly, also weekly, in that reading for the next 3 months. The reading itself is 45 minutes to an hour, and if you're interested in booking a private reading with me, that is a pre-recorded reading, that 3-month read, but I also do have live readings. If you're interested, I do have discounts for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Go ahead and take a look at the link for Hypsee, and when you click on that link, you'll see all of my pricing. I also do have a really quick one for $25. You can get a pre-recorded reading, 1 question, no backstory, and I just read for as long as I feel I need to read to get the answer. That could be anywhere from 7 minutes to 17 minutes, right? So I'm going to leave that here. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'll be back because I'm always back. Gemini, happy birthday to you, y'all. And take care. See you in Cancer season. Bye-bye.